Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode number 5, Cinco of Sorry We're Closed. Got an interesting show for you today. I have. I'm going to go over the Red Sox this past weekend and that ridiculous display of baseball that we saw. And then we are going to dive into my festivities this past weekend, which involved either food poisoning or one of the worst hangovers I've ever had in my life. But we'll dive into that because I was non-existent on Saturday on Twitter, which is very unlike me. I think I sent one tweet out in the morning that stated my current state of affairs, and I didn't look at Twitter the rest of the day. So we'll dive into all that. First things first, let's dive into the Boston Red Sox and their first weekend home. We had Nathan Eovaldi throw very well. Had a good outing. Had a good outing on what was it, Friday, and then we struggled. Perez and Weber both struggled on Saturday and Sunday, and we lost 2 out of 3 to the Baltimore Orioles, which is just not what you're looking for. I was counting on a sweep for that series. Get off to a strong start. We have a really weak schedule in the beginning, especially with the Mets coming up here in 4 games. Who's down Stroman and down Syndergaard. We have a really good opportunity here to get off to a hot start and see if we can't get on a roll here going into the, what's oddly enough the home stretch of the season, only 2 or 3 weeks in. But we lose 2 out of 3 to Orioles. The Orioles team look better. They're a better hitting squad than I gave them credit for, but still not. They threw out 2 starting pitchers who are all Wade LeBlanc and Tommy Milone, both who I've played with, and they're crafty lefties. They're not guys that you would expect to be able to shut down this Red Sox offense. Not to say that they did. I mean, we got Tommy, and we eventually got to Wade, but it was a tough weekend, and not one that, as a Red Sox fan, you're proud of. Now we got to pretty much go sweep the Mets to end up at that 5-2 mark, which is what I was hopeful we'd get to. And I'm not sure we can sweep the Mets, especially when we're going to see DeGrom once. And who else they have? Whatever they have, I think they have Waka, who's a good pitcher. Porcello we'll probably see. So tough start for the Red Sox, and not a good look going into a tough week of New York baseball. We're playing the Mets and then the Yankees on the weekend. So the Yankees look good, even though I think they lost. No, they're 2-1. I believe they're 2-1. But tough weekend. But I digress. This is not a baseball podcast. That is just merely something I like to talk about sometimes. We're going to dive into this weekend. And this particular Friday and Saturday, because I'm recording this on Sunday. Friday, I had the day off from managing the bar. I typically don't manage all that often, but this Friday I did not do it. And when I don't, I like to get out and on the town and have a nice night. So me and my lovely girlfriend, Chelsea, decided to go to Del Frisco's, a nice place right here on the water in Hoboken, New Jersey. And, I got the snapper. She got the filet. It was a wonderful dinner. I was sipping Glenlivet 18, which is one of my favorite drinks. It was a really nice dinner. And then we into an early bird special, 4:45 reservation, because knowing me and her, we always do things late or last second. So there's never good times available anymore. So we always end up going at 4:45 or some ridiculous time. But it worked out nicely because the Red Sox were coming on at 7:30, so we could have a nice dinner, not rush, and go over to my bar, which is only about 2-3 blocks away, to have a drink and watch the Sox play. So I go over there, and we're having an enjoyable day, and I guess we're having too much fun. I'm a big Jameson guy. I like JMO shots. They are delightful, and it's more the drink. I don't really like tequila. I know it seems like most people, when you talk to them, they have 3 options of what they will go with as far as a shot is concerned: a whiskey, a tequila, or some type of fruity thing. Those are the people that do not like shots. In Hoboken, it's big on green tea shots, which is a whiskey-based shot, but most people I don't think know that. And then cherry bombs, which is essentially just cherry vodka and Red Bull. So those are the people that don't really like to take shots, but still want to take them for some reason. And then you have the people that have, I'm a whiskey guy, I like Jameson, I like to take JMO. And then you have the people that are tequila. And then every now and again, you see someone who asks for vodka. And if you ask for a vodka shot, I always look at you weird, and I always think you're a nut job for asking for that, because who in their mind wants to take a warm vodka shot or even an iced vodka shot? I don't know, but it's a brutal shot. So those people are not very frequent, and they're nut jobs. So, if you come in to my bar and ask for a vodka shot, I'm going to have bouncers watching you all night, because who knows what you're a wild card, absolute wild card. But anyway, we're having a good time enjoying the game. Red Sox ended up winning. That was a lovely, lovely game, and got up to a nice hot start, which looked like we were, going to have a nice little weekend here. That obviously did not turn out to be true. But we did, I ran into an old high school teammate of mine who actually lives in my building. But he ended up coming down and having a few drinks with us. My manager, obviously I know the people working there because they all work for me. And, we're just having an enjoyable time. And I guess I had too many beverages. That's my guess. We do this thing called tea time. So tea time is the drink is called twisted tea, and it's just a hard like iced tea. It's not very good in my opinion, but it's a little too sweet. But me and my partner, back when we were open for football season, which is when our really busy season is, we like to get away from the crowd every now and again. So we go down. There's an office below the restaurant. We go down to the office and we'd have what we call tea time, which is you just chug a twisted tea. You go down there every now and again just to kind of get away from everyone and the mayhem that is Green Rock during the fall, and that's what we do. Every now and again, it seems as though you have a little too many of them, because it's a very sugary drink, so it's not really the best for your stomach either. And then you combo that with alcohol, and you just make horrible decisions, because it really doesn't. It's not one of those things where if you had too many drinks, it kind of makes you gag or something like that, where you're like, okay, I need to pump the brakes here. This is a sign that you need to kind of calm down, maybe have a few waters and kind of reset. It tastes like iced tea, so it doesn't register, but it's still alcohol. So it had too many of those. I believe that we shotgunned a few White Claws. Which I don't really care to shotgun White Claws. I don't really care to shotgun anything. I don't like chugging, and I'm not good at it. So the fact that I'm doing that just shows you that I wasn't making great decisions, because I don't even enjoy doing those things. So things got carried away. I don't remember everything, but things got carried away. So paint you a picture. I wake up Saturday morning, and I don't feel tremendous, as you might have guessed. And I have to go down to my girlfriend's parents' house. They were having the cousins over. One of the cousins is a Red Sox fan. It was, it'd be supposed to be a nice little evening, barbecuing. They have a boat, which is cool. You can go out in the water, and supposed to have a nice little day. So I felt a little nauseous waking up, but nothing really happened. And I was like, okay, I'm sure I'm fine. Just got to get food in my stomach, that whole spiel. And so we're like, all right, we battle through. I have 2 tangerines before I go down, because I'm not nauseous, but my stomach's in a little bit of a knot, I should say. So me and my girlfriend drive separately, because she's going to stay at her parents' house. I'm going to come back that night. And I'm driving down, and there's, then you take the Jersey Turnpike, and then I call my girlfriend or text her, I can't remember which one. I go, hey, listen, we get over the Driscoll Bridge. There's a rest stop right on the left. We got to stop there. I need to take a break. Like the stop and go, some of the traffic, it was just upsetting my stomach. It didn't go well. So I pull into there. We get in there. Throw up number 1 happens there. And it wasn't a lot, but I just had a reversal of fortune, as we call it here, at my apartment. And it was pretty much only the orange the 2 tangerines I had, but not all of the tangerines. So I don't feel great, but I'm like, we got to keep going. I'm closer to her parents' house now than I am to Hoboken. So I can't turn around and go home. That doesn't work. I need to make it home. So we get back onto the Parkway, and we're still touch and go a little bit. There's still some traffic. And now my only goal is to make it off the Parkway before having to have another reversal of fortune. So we're going, and now we're at exit 120, and we got to get to exit 89. 80, yeah, that's typically a 20-minute drive, 30-minute drive, not the end of the world, very short drive. But when you are nauseous, like all, I don't even know the phrase I want to use for this, but you are nauseous as all hell. It seemed like it was, I might as well have been driving to California. It was as long of a drive as it gets. So I'm sitting there. I put my girlfriend on speakerphone just so I can tell. I'm not going to talk to her because I can barely talk. But I gotta tell her if I need to pull off eventually. So we're getting close. I go, listen, I'm gonna make it off the Parkway, but literally right on the other side of the Parkway, we're stopping, and I have to, have another reversal. So we literally get to the exit 89. And we're doing you do like the little circle that goes around and out of the gets onto whatever next road it is. I don't even know what road it is in Brick that you get onto, but literally like maybe 10 inches off the exit ramp and entrance onto this thing, I am in the grass pulling off to the side, and I hop over the center console, swing open my passenger side door, and have a phenomenal reversal of fortune right on the side of the road in Brick. And it was miserable, yet I think everyone can relate to the feeling you have right after the reversal. You feel on top of the world. It's no more like, you don't feel queasy. You're very happy that it's over. It's almost like the best feeling in the world afterwards, like the worst feeling followed by the absolute best feeling in the world. And it was, again, all tangerine. There's not much else there, maybe some water. But it was a glorious reversal of fortune. So I'm here. I think I'm out of the woods, right? We stop off, get some Tums. I need gas. Get some Tums just to keep kind of playing on the safe side. I think I'll be fine now, but let's play it on the safe side. And we get to her parents' house, and her parents are out in the boat. We're supposed to meet them, but we're kind of hanging out for a second. And as we're about to maybe even possibly make some moves to go out into the water, her parents roll back up. They came in for lunch. Okay. So we're going to sit there. I was about to have some food, but I'm still struggling a little bit. And it seems like it might be coming back. So I'm faking it, like trying to fake it hard, like try to be in a good mood, very peppy and all of that good stuff. And I'm struggling. So at one point I asked, my girlfriend Chelsea, I was like, hey, someone's in the downstairs bathroom. Is there an upstairs one? She's like, yeah. She'll take me up there. So we went up there, and I was like, I'm just going to take a minute in here and try to regroup a little bit, see if I can't get back, back just, again, hit the reset button and get back to normal here. It doesn't work. I actually get significantly worse in the bathroom. And so I have to text her again being like, hey, is there a chance I could lay down? Obviously she says yes, I'm able to lay in her room. And long story short from there, I pretty much sleep for the next 4 consecutive hours. And the cousin that came, the couple cousins that had come, I got to talk to for a whopping 14 seconds. I didn't get to talk to him that much. I was hopeful I would get to talk to him. I know one of them was a very big Red Sox fan. I heard that I had gotten made fun of while I was up there, in a joking way, obviously, because I was having food poisoning or a bad hangover or something, and wasn't able to make it down. But it was as much of a failure of a day as I could have imagined. I got nothing done work related. I didn't go down. I didn't get what I wanted to accomplish down in Brick, which is meet the cousins and hopefully get a good impression and all that good stuff. Nothing was completed for the day. It was a complete waste of a day. And not to mention, I have a goal, a New Year's resolution to get 10,000 steps and to average that daily for 2020. And I got 1,200 steps yesterday. Absolutely abysmal. I might as well have been immobile the entire day. So that was my Saturday. I barely was able to drive home. I was contemplating sleeping at my girlfriend's parents' house. And then finally I got back here around like 11:45 at night. That's too late. Maybe 10:45 at night. And I was able to finally, my appetite had come back. I was hungry again. But an absolute nightmare of a Saturday. Absolute nightmare of a Saturday. I feel better now. But as I said in my tweet earlier, I'm assuming that most of you that are listening are Red Sox fans, and that most of you, due to the absolute heinous performance the Red Sox put forth this week, that most of you might be in a similar situation that I was in on Saturday. So if you are, I feel your pain. Drink a lot of water. Try to sleep, because it is the only time can save you. So hopefully none of you are as bad as I was, throwing up and having a reversal of fortunes in the middle of the highways. But I understand if you are, based off the performances you watched this past weekend for the Boston Red Sox. Hopefully this week it turns out a little better. We got 4 games set against the Mets. No word on anything reopening as of yet. No bars reopening. Nothing going on down here. I don't know about where you guys are, but I hope everyone's safe. Hope everyone had a great weekend. And I will see you guys next time. Next episode drops on Thursday. And who knows, maybe we'll have a guest this time. But hopefully you guys are safe and sound. And hopefully we have a good week from the Red Sox. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you soon.